Oh, did you guys want to see how to make some like sick Instagram stories or something? Then I guess you came to the right place. So let's get started. So for the very first one, I am taking the color of the background and making it into this font. I am using the thickest setting a pencil and just writing out road trip. After that, I take the eraser tool, make it a little bigger, and I zip my way through to create a sort of like space in between the word road trip. And then I am writing out the same word that I just wrote out and putting it in typewriter font. I'm putting a space in between each letter, and you'll see why in like 2 seconds. And then I just sort of move that and adjust it to exactly where it needs to be, right in the middle of its new home. So once I'm happy with where it is, I take the neon tool and I make it to the smallest it can be, and I just add little dots in between the word road trip just to kind of make it look cute, to kind of spice things up, and yeah, that's how it goes. So for the next picture, I am taking the drawing tool and I just do dots all around this damn smoothie bowl, just to kind of match the scarf that I have on the table. And then I am taking a little dot and I am putting it right in between the big dot to kind of make this little liney polka dot pattern. And then I am just drawing a quick little swirl, I guess, right beside it. After that, I am taking the letters and I'm doing them individually, highlighting them and writing out the word brunch. This is a little bit tedious, and so this kind of story is if you have a little bit more time on your hands in that moment and you are just writing out the word you want, but you are doing it individually with each letter, alternating colors, not alternating colors, making the colors monochromatic or whatever is connected to the photo. I really could have made it orange and green to do like the orange and the kiwi on this, but I didn't. It's funny, my boss saw me do this once and thought that it was some font only I had to be able to do. So yeah, it isn't. It's actually a super easy thing to do and it looks really cool. So that's why I'm adding this to this brunch photo. Bam. And that one's done. The next one is the easiest one on my list, but it does look classy and cute, so I did want to show you. It is literally taking the drawing tool, going to the smallest setting that could possibly go to, and yeah, I'm sure you guessed it already. It's just drawing little stars all around the image. The trick here is that no matter what your image is, don't draw on the main focal point. Like I am not going on the cotton candy. Yeah, just draw around it, so it kind of looks like the background is full of stars, but your cotton candy ain't. So for this next photo, I am taking the drawing tool and just kind of drawing a little snake, so sort of silhouette along the sides. Then I'm going into GIFs and I'm searching leaf, and I am picking out this little white leaf that kind of looks similar to the line that I just drew. And then what I'm doing is I'm matching it up into the line so that it kind of looks like it was meant to be there the entire time. And then I'm adding another one and it makes this cool little vine effect, I guess. No, not that kind of vine, this sort of vine. What? And then on top of that, I'm writing nice too, and then I'm putting it in the cursive font, which is weirdly called neon, I guess. And then I'm putting it in the background sort of my photo, line it up with my laptop, and then writing matcha, get it? Nice to matcha. And then I am putting that in normal font, or I guess strong font, and then just aligning it right underneath it. There's something about using two different fonts on a photo that I kind of think makes it look super cool and like you like really thought about it. Then I'm just taking the background photo color and just sort of scribbling in with a pen in the back of the nice to matcha to just sort of like highlight it or to make it look cooler. The next one is totally harder than it looks. What you're doing is you're taking the neon pen, you're choosing a color, and you're just kind of drawing half circles around the image. And then the last little line that you're doing just comes out of the back. You could see me struggling so many times to do this. And I could have edited those out, but I wanted you to see that like it takes practice to be perfect. And then I'm just sort of looping it around with a heart and doing this sort of like neon line. Bam. I think that's the one I go for. Yeah, look at me do that. The next thing I do on top of this is I go into my GIFs and I just type in burst. You kind of see a bunch of different options that could have went with this photo, but I choose the one that goes with it the most. So it just kind of looks like my little candy thing I got is like fizzling. So the next one we're doing is my all-time favorite. What I do is I go into GIFs and I just type in frame. I pick which frame I think looks the classiest of the options, and then I drop it onto the photo. And then on top of that, I write out the town that this was taken in, which is Oxford, and I put it into typewriter font, and I'd shove that bad boy right in between the frame. And then it's not done there. No, I keep going because I go into the GIF section again and I type in line. I think typing in line into GIFs will give you so many options, and you should totally go and check that out because it adds to any photo, not just this kind of option. And then I just take whatever one I find and I make it super small and add it to two corners of the sort of like Polaroid frame. And then I just, yeah, struggle for a hot second and then I add it to the side and there you go. That's it. And would it really be an Instagram story video without having an airplane shot? What I do here is I type in pin in the GIF section because we love our GIF section. I pick out a pin that goes with this photo. It's this little like heart pin, and then I grab one and I put it at the top of the screen, and then I grab the exact same one and I put it, get this, at the bottom of the screen. And then after this, I type in the exact places that it was when I took this photo. So I type in London and I put it in typewriter font, and then underneath the second pin, I type in Santorini and I put it in strong font. You can kind of see me struggle for a hot second. It's cool. I don't know how to spell Santorini, even though I was there. If you guys want to see my Santorini vlog, shameless plug, I do have that. So I put the Santorini underneath the little pin and I sort of line it up to where exactly I want it to be. And then on top of that, I write Santorini again. This time I spelt it right. And then I'm just putting it in a color that sort of matches the blue skies or makes me think of Santorini. Sometimes it takes me a second to line them up, but you just gotta like hover over top until it looks like the white is coming out of the background nice enough. Yeah, you can really see me struggling in this one a little bit. And then I just figure my life out. Bam, there's me figuring my life out. It's done. The next thing I do is I do a little twirly twirl lining up from the first pin to the second pin. It only took me 2 tries, so yay me. After that, to make the line sort of look like a dotted line, I go into the eraser tool and I do it in a small setting, and then I just erase along the line so that it looks like a little dotted thing leading me from London to Santorini, and bam, that's it. Okay, this next one is my second favorite. What I do on this photo is I take the drawing tool, put it to the smallest setting, and I just scribble. I go ham on scribbles, and I do it around every 4 corners. So it creates sort of like a frame. You can kind of see that if you like scribble and it like thinks that you're trying to pick a color, it like jumps away from you. So you really have to commit if you want this sort of frame, because sometimes it does take a bit. Then what I'm doing is I'm writing morning out and putting a space in between it. And then I am ignoring my family as they're trying to message me. And I write out coffee, and I do it just handwritten. Took me a few tries, but yeah, I just scribble on that, pretend I know how to do cursive, and bam. The next one is super easy. I am taking a photo / a new post, ignoring my family again, picking a cute color and holding it down and letting it go all over. But wait, I am not just ignoring the image that I just put up. I am going to the eraser tool and writing out new post that I'm sort of like dragging it on. Yeah, and then, you can kind of see the image popping through a little bit, and so that's the effect that I'm going for. And then I just kind of add little squiggly lines, those are straight lines. I add little straight lines to it.